Welcome to a complete full beginner guide of the RTX 5070 Ti. I'm going to be telling you guys how to build this system from start to finish. This guide will be beginner friendly, and we have tons of beginner friendly guides here on Creator. And then at the end, the fun part, we're going to put this build to the test against 20 games, esport titles, AAAs, a bunch of different games, guys. Anyways, guys, before we jump into all that fun stuff, I want to go over the graphics card situation. So right now, graphics cards are expensive. I'm sure some of you guys have already seen the news with the 5070 Ti. The MSRP of this card is $750. But it was listed on retailers for more than $750, like a lot more. We're talking 200 plus more. Some models even listed for $1,000, which is pretty crazy, right? And reasonably, a lot of people were upset. So look, guys, this is my 2 cents. There's not a lot of supply of the new 50 series cards that are dropping. The 5090, the 5080, the 5070 Ti. Like, they didn't make a lot of cards. The people that are selling them, they know they're gonna sell out. They know they're gonna sell them all because the demand's high and they don't even have that much stock. Look at what happened with the 5090 and the 5080. Straight to eBay, sold by scalpers for so much money. And the 5090 now on eBay is, MSRP was 2,000, right? Whew. That card goes for 5,000 bucks, give or take, mostly take. People are buying them. Go to eBay, type it in, go to the sold listings. It's crazy. It's 6 a.m. It's not live. All right, let's go over here. Okay, are these live? These aren't live either. Wait, let's see. Is this basic one live? Nope, that one's not live either. Enter the shuffle. What? And there you go. 6:01 a.m. It didn't even go live. Come on! Oh, it's live. 1,000. It went live at 6. Oh, we did it. All right, the next day. Here it is. The Oris Master. Woohoo! Sorry we didn't spend this on chicken for you. All right, guys, it's gonna be a live stream build. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna hang out. Live stream build with this very soon. Woohoo! And now we refresh right now, 6:30 a.m., 30 minutes after launch, and the scalpers have flooded the markets. And how much do they want for it? They want to make at least a 50% profit, but they're like, no, screw it, let's go towards the 100% profit. This card right here, this card was going for 970 MSRP, and they are selling this card for double the freaking price. Right here for the Prime, 1,600, 1,500, 1,700. And look how much activity these are getting too. Look, 94 people. Why are you guys even clicking this crap? What the hell? 2,000 bucks. Get the hell out of here, man. You are not getting your 100% profit. You're crazy. So Nvidia's partners that are selling the cards, you already know the names. Just picture what they're thinking, the people that are calling the shots. We're not gonna get a lot of stock. We're gonna sell it out instantly. Scalpers are gonna buy it up and sell it for a lot on eBay. They know that. They're like, screw it. It's like they're just gonna sell it at the scalper price right off the bat. So look, this is the card I would recommend you guys get. It's the AMD Radeon RX 7000 series. Those are great cards. The RX 7700 XT, the RX 7800 XT, the RX 7900 XT, and 7900 XTX. Those are all great cards. If you can get those cards for 50 above MSRP, like, that's a good deal. Like, take it, get it, because like, who knows how the stock is going to continue to be. Anyways, guys, besides all that GPU pricing chit chat, this build was awesome. Let's build this thing. Kicking it off with our motherboard of choice, the ASUS Prime B650 Plus Wi-Fi. This is the same motherboard we used in our $1,000 PC build guide that just dropped. The board is going to match our color theme, so it has built-in Wi-Fi. Here's the antenna. This board is giving us 7 USB ports, and it has 1 Type-C port, optical audio port, and it gives us 2 M.2 slots. Other stuff you want to get out of the box is the I/O shield and the SSD standoffs and screws. So this is an ATX form factor motherboard, and it's rocking the B650 chipset. So you know what that means, AMD processor. The first 9000 series AMD Ryzen CPU we're using, this is the successor to the Ryzen 5 7600X, which we've already used once or twice. We'll see just how well it performs and what it clocks up to while we're gaming on it later in this video. And here it is. Now, if we take a closer look at our Ryzen 5 9600X, you're gonna find a golden arrow on the top left side of it. Now, if you take a look at the CPU socket on our motherboard, there's also an arrow on the top left side. What we do is we get the lever, pull it to the side, all the way up, lift this up, revealing our CPU socket, and all you want to do is line up the arrow of the CPU with the arrow on the CPU socket. So we're simply gonna hover it right over and let it drop right into place, just like that. So there you go, it's good to go. You can now put this down and return the lever to its original position. It's gonna hold down right here, and that is what's gonna secure this piece onto our CPU. And the top cover will just come right off, and there we go, CPU installed. Now this is option 1 of how to get your CPU on your motherboard. I am gonna be showing you a second option. This is totally optional. You don't need to do this, but I do recommend it. Now we use this in our Intel B580 graphics card guide, which also uses an Intel CPU, but this is my first time using this for AM5. This is a contact frame. It is simply a piece of metal. This one is in the red color, so it looks sick. And what it does is it serves the same purpose as the stock CPU securing system that it has on the motherboard. We're going to remove these 4 screws and take all of this off and replace it with this contact frame. What is the benefit of a contact frame? It prevents any CPU bending over time. So it promotes the longevity of your CPU as well as potentially lowering your temps as well, because this does even pressure all around your CPU and keeps it right where it needs to be. It also just looks really cool and it doesn't cost a lot. This goes for like 10 bucks, give or take. Let's do it. Very easy. It comes with the tool that we need. Now, before we do this, I am going to remove our CPU, and all we want to do is unscrew all 4 sides. And then this comes right off just like that. And our contact frame came with thermal paste, which we're not going to be using. We're going to be using a different thermal paste and the 4 screws that we need. So same thing again, guys, line up the arrow of the CPU with the CPU socket and let it drop right into place. You can even give it a little wiggle. Now we're gonna place our contact frame right on top of this, and it looks so cool. Look how cool it looks. This is my first time using an AM5 contact frame. I've only done this with Intel LGA 1700. It just looks so high quality. It looks so much better, man. Okay, so now we place all 4 screws that it came with. Once we have all screws in, we're going to tighten down all the sides with equal pressure. A couple turns on one side, switch to the opposite side X pattern, a couple turns on this one, and now the other ones. A couple turns, and repeat from the beginning. Turns. It looks like with the 2 sessions right here, they're already like down all the way. Yup. And then my third go is going to be the final one. So I'm just going to keep turning till it stops, and then once it stops, I'm gonna go ahead and give it another turn, just like that. Then my screwdriver stopped, just to secure it even more. So for example, keep turning, your screwdriver stops, but then go ahead and get it and give it a nice little just like that, just to make sure it's nice and secure. Same thing, turning, this one already stopped, and then a little and the final one, turn, screwdriver stop, the final, done. All of these nice and secure. And this is what we just replaced, guys. So you tell me what you prefer, but that thing is awesome. And for just 10 bucks, give or take, totally worth the price, and it looks sick. So remember, you don't have to do that. The next step is now our CPU cooler. You can follow the next step, whether you still had the stock retention plate on there or the contact frame. All right, so what's gonna be cooling our Ryzen 5 9600X? We're gonna be using the ID Cooling FX360. This is a 3-fan radiator. And we just used this same cooler, the FX240 though, that's the 2-fan version in the pink colorway, on our last $1,000 build. And it kept the temps nice and cool and performed great. This one's gonna cool even more because this is the 3-fan one. Installation, guys, set that to the side for now. The tools we need for it, and here is the radiator. In the all white colorway to match our build. It looks sick, it's gonna perform great. Pretty competitive pricing. So the fans on the radiator, it's pretty cool how they're already pre-installed in the position that we will be using it in. And these fans have 2 cables. It has a fan cable and the cable for the lighting. They're already all hooked up in the daisy chain system. So you just have to hook up these cables and it hooks up all this. So the reason why this is the INF is because this part right here is going to light up and it's going to give you an infinity mirror effect when you look into it. The pump also only has 2 cables, one for the lighting and one for the pump. Time to install our cooler. We want to unscrew these 4 screws to remove these 2 pieces. We're gonna get a couple of accessories. We have 3 different plate options. You're gonna wanna pick the plates that are not as long. These are for AM5. The bag with 4 black standoffs and 4 thumb screws. The screws to attach the radiator to the case, and the thermal paste. First, get out all our standoffs. So if we take a close look at it, one side is perfectly flat and the other side caves in. This is the side that we need to put down on our motherboard. It leaves an opening for this right here. So we're gonna screw it down all the way. Just try to get it as tight as you can with your fingers. Same thing for the other three. The side that is indented goes down on the motherboard. Now we get our two AM5 plates, and with the screw thread facing up, we want this pointing onto our CPU. First one like that, and then this one pointing up towards the CPU. And that is the proper placement. Make sure these are both pointing towards the CPU. Next, secure them with the 4 thumb screws. Then I'm gonna finish tightening these down with a P2 screwdriver. So I'm just gonna keep turning till my screwdriver stops. You can't over tighten this. Once it's down all the way, screwdriver just stops turning. Since this P2 is a little bigger, it just slips out too. And there we go. That is good, nice and secure. And we're looking good so far. That is beautiful. Compared to the stock retention plate, this contact frame is awesome, man. And now we're ready to attach the base of our pump to our CPU. First, you want to remove the protective film. The way we're going to install our AIO inside our case is we're going to have our radiator up here on top of the case, and our pump is going to attach just like that. So we want the hoses of our pump on the right side. It's going to sit just like that. So all we're doing here is we're going to screw in these 2 points here and here. Now we're going to apply our thermal paste. We're going to be putting a pea-sized amount in the middle of the CPU. Now when putting on your paste, it's always better to overshoot the quantity of paste versus undershooting it. If you undershoot the thermal paste, it's not going to spread out and cover the whole CPU. If you overshoot the thermal paste, you're going to cover the whole CPU, and the only con is you're going to have extra spillage of paste on the sides, which doesn't matter except just extra cleanup of paste when you are going to swap out your CPU. So we're going to put a decently sized fat P in the middle of our Ryzen 5 9600, just like that. You're going to put a little less than that quantity of thermal paste, by the way, and it would have been fine. So for this one, we definitely did put more on the high side for the paste, but all good. We're covering our whole CPU. So I like to go down here and be level with the motherboard. So as I'm laying this down, I'm lining it up right on the 2 points. You want to lay down the pump evenly so you could spread out the thermal paste evenly. And there we go. And I'm just gonna hold it with one hand so this thing doesn't move side to side too much. And I'm going to secure one end a little bit. Just get it to attach. There we go. And now the other end, I'm just gonna get it to attach. So first we only secure this one a little bit to then make it easier to secure the other one a little bit more. Then once both sides are screwed in a little bit, you finish tightening it down little by little to maintain even pressure. If you tighten one too much in the beginning, it's going to be super hard to tighten the other one because you're going to have to do a lot of force to get this one to tighten because this one's already going to be lifting this end up because you haven't got this end secured yet. So just a little bit here, a little bit here. And once we do that, we do the same thing. A little bit here, and just keep doing that. A couple turns on each side, putting it down evenly. And you just keep going till your screwdriver stops, just like that. It won't let you over tighten it. It has a safety. And just like that, we've attached our pump to our CPU. Super easy installation by ID Cooling. Now, every time you build a PC, make sure you remove all the metal ties from all the components and your PC case. These metal ties have metal in them. You don't want to risk it touching something on your board and shortening it. So always remove all metal ties. All right, guys, so the first 2 cables from our pump. Our 3-pin ARGB lighting cable for the Infinity Mare, and our pump cable. First cable, our 3-pin ARGB, we're gonna hook it up to one of these ARGB headers, and you wanna line up the arrow with the 5V on your motherboard. Some motherboards will just be labeled V. So arrow to the 5V, just like that. And here's the close-up, guys. The arrow lined up with the 5V, or some motherboards it's just labeled V. And for our AIO pump, we're gonna hook it up here. It's labeled AIO pump on top, which means this is the AIO pump, and the one under it, this one right here, is the CPU fan. So hook this up all the way to the right side of the top one, and it should look like that, guys. There's gonna be one extra pin on the left side, that's fine. And right underneath this CPU fan, that's where we're gonna hook up the fans of the radiator. So all 3 fans are hooked up together in a daisy chain system. So again, the ARGB lighting and the cable for the fans that we're gonna hook up to CPU fan. And that one is gonna take up all 4 pins, just like that. And for the lighting, first we hooked up the lighting of our Infinity Mare. That is also using a daisy chain system. So here we have it hooked up to the motherboard. Go ahead and get the other cable, remove this to open up the chain, and then simply hook up the lighting cable of the 3 fans of the radiator to the daisy chain that's already hooked up to our motherboard. Lining it up matching it up arrow to arrow. So once we do this, it automatically added the 3 fans of the radiator to the daisy chain system. Our ID cooling AIO CPU cooler is completely connected to the motherboard now. Next, the installation of our RAM. We went with T-Crate white colorway RAM, 32GB kit at 6000 megahertz. Beautiful white colorway sticks right here. We used this in the previous $1,000 build as well. It has a nice little white cover and they look sick. Minimal white RAM. We're going to be installing our 2 sticks into the 2nd and 4th slot of our RAM. So the 2 gray ones. You want to line up the part of the RAM that's indented with the part on the RAM slot that's not indented. So we simply get it into place and then push down with both thumbs equal force. And the stick is going to go in all the way down and that lever will lift back up. Same thing for our 2nd stick. We're going to get this one into the 4th RAM slot, get it all the way down, push down both thumbs equal force. And there we go. Make sure your sticks go in all the way. If you ever put in the RAM, by you not putting your RAM in all the way, that'll stop your system from booting sometimes. That's a troubleshooting issue that some people have. All the way down, equal force. All right, next, the installation of our M.2 SSD. We went with a 1TB M.2. This is the KLEVV C910 M.2. It has a sequential read of 5000 megabytes per second, sequential write of 4800 megabytes per second. It's a fast little drive, definitely gonna get the job done. This SSD comes with a heatsink, but we're not gonna be using this because this heatsink is what we will be using. So get yourself a smaller screwdriver and undo these 2 points. All parts will be linked in the video description, guys. We're gonna remove this, and if you put your SSD right here, you're gonna see that we need to put a standoff on the 3rd point right here. That is in the bag we got out of our motherboard earlier. So screw it into this point, this standoff right here. And now we get our SSD into the slot just like that. And then we lay it down on the standoff and we secure it with the screw. That was in that same bag. Now when putting the heatsink on, make sure you take off the protective film. Now we resecure the cover. And there we go, guys, we're moving fast. Now it's time to install our motherboard inside our case. This is my first time using this case. Thank you for CORSAIR for sending it over. The CORSAIR Frame 4000D RS ARGB in the white colorway. Let's take off the front panel. Nice high quality tempered glass. It comes pre-installed with 3 CORSAIR ARGB fans. These are 120mm fans. And right off the bat, one thing that's really cool about these new CORSAIR cases, it comes with a fully adjustable GPU support, which is definitely very, very relevant now as the graphics cards are getting bigger and bigger.
That's what she said.
This right here comes right off, revealing our dust filter that you can take out occasionally to clean the case. It's been a minute since we've worked with a CORSAIR case here on the channel. Let's remove the back panel now, which it also has airflow back here as well. And this opening also has its dust filter. Oh wow, our cable management's gonna be beautiful in this case. Check it out, guys, here's the back. Real nice and tidy cable system here. This is a high quality case by CORSAIR and at a good price for everything that it's giving us. The new Frame 4000D is a successor to CORSAIR's previous 4000D Airflow, which I've done a build on back in the day with the RTX 4080, I believe. I custom painted that one, that came out sick. 2 more things I forgot to mention about this case. The front panel right here, the way it's cut out, it's supposed to promote better airflow. We'll see how the temps are in this build, but I know that they're gonna be good. No doubts there at all. And when we remove our dust filter, these are 120mm fans, but it does have a new system that this case supports even bigger fans. Right here, these rails right here, you can unscrew them and they slide in and out. So that's good. A lot of flexibility and a lot of fan choices when it comes to the sizes. Inside the accessories box, another one. I'm pretty sure this is probably to mount an additional 3 fans right here, actually. That's why I had the opening. We're not gonna be using that though. We're gonna be using this. All we're gonna be getting out of the accessories box is a screw bag. I gotta clean up my station back here. This box is huge.
Hey, that's what she said.
Oh wow, it just keeps getting better with this case. This whole thing comes off as well, doesn't it? Yup, nice. Same thing up here too, guys. It has the same system. You can adjust these rails back and forth to support different sizes. This case is sick. Time to get our motherboard in there. So check it out. When putting any motherboard inside your case, you want to make sure that you line up all the points of the motherboard with the motherboard standoffs inside the case right here. So we're using an ATX form factor motherboard, and the standoffs inside our case are already in the ATX layout. so we don't need to rearrange any standoffs. We're ready to go. Before we put our motherboard in there, let's go ahead and open our IO shield. And the 2 circles right here, you want them on the bottom. And we're gonna clip this from inside the case back here, behind our case. So line up all 4 points and then clip in all 4 sides. All right, good to go. That covers the openings of our ports back here. And now you can use one hand to hold the radiator, the other hand to hold the pump. And I'm laying down our motherboard. And the first thing I do is, there, we just laid it down right there. I can let the radiator just sit just like that actually. First, I line up the ports of the motherboard right here with the back of the IO shield. So I'm gonna look back here, make sure everything is in correctly and it's looking good. Once that's in, then I lay the motherboard down and line it up with the middle standoff right here. You wanna make sure that you don't get any of these cables stuck underneath the motherboard. You're gonna wanna get this bag of screws right here. We're gonna secure a total of 8 points and we're gonna review at the end. So in the bottom, we secure 3 points, here, here, and here. In the middle, only 2 points, here and here. This middle one, we don't screw in, it just falls right in. And on the top of the case, 3 points, here, here, and here. So where we're gonna be placing our radiator with our 3 fans is up here on top of the case. Nice, perfect fit. But before we secure our radiator to the top of our case, we're going to plug in our CPU power cable, which plugs in right here. Why are we gonna plug in our CPU power cable first? Is because the radiator is gonna cover all of this right here, making it difficult to plug in cables behind it, like our CPU power cable. So let's go over our power supply of choice. We went with an 850 watt gold rated power supply by Segotep. This is a fully modular power supply, which means that none of the cables are connected to it. So we only plug in the cables we need, easier cable management inside our build. So this power supply does have the 16-pin power plug to hook up directly to our RTX 5070 Ti. So it's just gonna be 1 cable from the power supply to our card, and it's gonna be a super clean installation. So all we're going to get out of here is a single CPU power cable, and it's gonna be labeled CPU on one of the ends. This is the end that's gonna plug into the power supply. So go ahead and get the other end of the cable that doesn't say CPU on it. If you are using a different power supply, by chance, you want to hook up the end that splits like this, 4 plus 4. That's what's going to hook up to our motherboard right now. The other end of this cable that's labeled CPU doesn't split. That goes to the power supply. Okay, so we're going to undo this cable, and you want to make sure that the clip of this CPU power cable clips up here. So we're just going to line it up straight and push it in all the way. Make sure it goes in all the way, just like that. And it's gonna clip back here. And now we're gonna wire this cable to the back of our case. Now we're going to secure our radiator to the top of the case. So let's get it into place. And we're gonna be using the screws that came with the AIO cooler. So as you can see, the radiator does not line up. We need to change it to the 120mm fan position. So we're simply gonna unscrew this and the other side, and then we're going to lift this, and it has a line right here. We're gonna line it up with the 120 spot, which is pretty much all the way up. And once I lift this all the way up, we resecure the 2 screws, lift it all the way up, secure the screw. So I'm gonna put our AIO into position, and I could just screw these with my finger just to get it to attach. Let me get that one, and then the one over here on the other side to hold it into place. And this thing barely fits. It's literally a perfect fit in here for this point to reach over here. Okay, and then we screw everything in, all points. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points. All right, beautiful. Nice, easy installation. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wire all the cables of it to the back through up here. And we're looking good. You know how I told us to plug in the CPU power cable first? You should do that for a lot of cases when you're using a big radiator covering the port. But for our CORSAIR case, I did not even notice this feature. They actually left a whole opening up here for you to have more space to plug these cables in when the radiator is into place. And this is the first time I've seen this in a case. Really good. Okay guys, now we're ready to prep our power supply. So we're only gonna be hooking up 2 cables to it, believe it or not. That's literally all we need. We're gonna hook up the big 24-pin power cable. You can't miss it, it's the biggest one. And then we're going to hook up our 16-pin power cable for our graphics card. But this is the stock cable. It's not very aesthetically pleasing. So we're gonna be replacing this cable with this beauty right here. Custom black and white 16-pin power cable for our RTX 5070 Ti. And this is what's gonna be on display in the front of the build here. It's gonna look way better, guys. Definitely recommend this, and this will be linked in the video description. We'll go ahead and start off with this cable. This cable is going to hook up to the 16-pin power connector right here on our power supply. Just get it in and make sure it goes in all the way. Clip it in. Beautiful. And this other end will go to the RTX 5070 Ti later. Next, the big 24-pin cable. It has 2 ends. One is longer. We're gonna hook up the end that's longer to where it's labeled 28-pin. Boom. Make sure it clips in all the way. And now this other end, which is the 24-pin side, goes to the motherboard. But again, instead of having this on display, which is, come on, we can't do this. We have to do our build justice. So instead of this going to the motherboard, we're gonna be using our custom Crater power supply extensions in the white and black colorway, which have dark transparent plugs right here, which looks sick. So this end that would hook up to the motherboard originally, we're gonna hook it up to our extension cable, get it in all the way. And now this is gonna be on display in the front of our build instead. And that is it. All these cables, just hang on to them obviously for potential future upgrades of your build if you ever need them. The final cable, the CPU power cable we plugged in, and that's gonna plug in right here. Any of these two, these are both for CPU. So I'm gonna plug it in all the way, make sure it clips, and should look like that. Okay, now we're ready to put our power supply inside of our case. Make sure that the fan of the power supply is facing down so it could suck in the cold air from the bottom of the case and blow it out through here. So we're gonna slide it right in. What the heck? Wow, this core case, man. A lot of new things, huh? It already has, these 2 screws were for the power supply. So you literally already have it secured, just like that. I haven't seen that in the case either, ever. Yup, you always secure a power supply with 4 screws. So here, 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 and here. That's great. Honestly, you don't even need to attach the other 2 screws, because these 2 right here is enough to hold that power supply into place. Like look, I'm moving it, it's not going anywhere. And now with these new screws, it's easy installation and easy removal of the power supply. Wow, really good, we're advancing. Just for extra security, I will be screwing in 2 more screws. So one right here and the other one up here. All right, power supply installed, easy. All right guys, if you're following along, what do you think so far? We're moving pretty fast in this build, and it's been nothing short of a breeze. Very, very easy. I say this in every single build, guys. Now time to hook up the cables, and don't get intimidated by the spaghetti mess. We take it 1 cable at a time, but like, there's no spaghetti mess. Everything is so clean. You get what you pay for it, guys. This is sick. We break down our cables into 3 groups. First group of cables are power supply cables from our power supply that power things. Our second group of cables, all our case cables from the case that connect things like our power button, our USB ports, our audio jack of the case to our motherboard. And the third and final group of cables is all our fans and our lighting of our system. First group of cables are power cables. We're gonna start by wiring our 24-pin to the front of the case through here. And this is gonna be so easy that it's criminal. So you have the clip right here of our big 24-pin cable, and this clip needs to clip back here, guys. So we're gonna line it up straight, just like that, and then clip it, and then push it in all the way till it clips. Make sure it's in all the way. All right, second group of cables are case cables. This case tailored the length of each cable accordingly. So this case knows that the HD audio cable goes far away over here, so it made this cable longer than the other cables. A bunch of stuff I've never seen done in cases with this CORSAIR 4000D RS. We're gonna get the cable that says audio on it. So this cable says audio on it. We're going to route it to the front of the case under here. Our HD audio cable only plugs in one way with the HD audio text facing up. We're gonna plug it in right here, far left side of our motherboard. We'll line it up straight and push it in all the way. And make sure it goes all the way in, and it should look like that. Now our next case cable is our F panel cable. And we're gonna wire this through the bottom of the case right here. And this cable also only goes in one way with the F panel text facing up. And we're gonna plug it into these pins right here to the very, very far left of it. We're gonna line it up just like this and then push it in all the way. Make sure you start it at the far left. There should be no pins here on the left. And there we go. And right here underneath our 24-pin power cable is where we're gonna plug in our Type-C cable and our USB 3 cable. So here's our Type-C and our USB 3 case cable, and we're gonna wire them to the front of the case through the side right here. So first, our USB 3 cable, it has a hump on one of the sides. If we flip it, the other side is flat. So the side of our USB 3 cable with the hump, that hump is going to be on the right side of this plug where there's an opening for it. So we're gonna line it up straight, and once we have it lined up straight, we're gonna push in all the way straight. And there we go, it's gonna clip in. Now our USB-C cable is gonna plug in here. This cable only goes in one way, so go ahead and just try to plug it in all the way. And if it doesn't go in all the way, that means you have it the wrong way. So then just flip it and try again. But we got it right the first time. And that's the end of our case cables. I'm just gonna comb these cables of our 24-pin first. So here is the before and the after. Big difference, guys. Okay, now we are moving on to our third and final group of cables, our fans and our lighting. So if we take a look inside our build, we have 3 120mm fans in the front, 3 fans on the top for our radiator, and we are missing our rear fan. So we picked up an additional CORSAIR RS120 ARGB fan in the white colorway, of course. So all parts used in this build will be linked in the video description. And here it is. So we're gonna just secure it with the 4 screws that it comes with. Undo the metal ties. And we're going to wire the cables of our rear fan to the back of our case right here, in the top left of our case. Just gonna pull them through already. All right. So we want to make sure we place our fan in the correct position. We want it to get the air inside of the case out through the back. So this is the side that's going to be on the case. And this, where it's just fans and there's no support around it, that's the side that's going to be inside the case. All right, perfect. So now we're going to be connecting all the fans of the case, the 3 front fans and the rear fan, to the motherboard, and as well as all the lighting of those fans to the motherboard. Now remember, the 3 fans on top for the radiator, those are already hooked up to our motherboard. We already did that. We hooked those up to the CPU fan earlier. So if we take a look at these 2 cables right here, these are responsible for the 3 front fans. They're already all hooked up in a daisy chain system. So this is the lighting cable of the 3 front fans and the fan cable of the 3 front fans. Our rear fan cables also consist of the 2 cables, the fan cable and the lighting of that fan. So let's go ahead and get the 2 cables from our rear fan that we just screwed in. And if we take a close look at it, this does support a daisy chain system as well. So these 2 plugs right here, these connect to the motherboard. And then the cables at the end, this is if you want to continue the daisy chain with other devices. Go ahead and remove the protector from the 3-pin ARGB cable. And we're going to hook up the 3 front fans of our case to the daisy chain system of our rear fan. So first we're going to connect the 4-pin fan cable, and the second cable is the 3-pin ARGB cable. For the lighting, we line these up arrow to arrow, just like that. Okay, so what we did now is the 3 front fans and our rear fan are all in a daisy chain system with just these 2 plugs right here. And we're going to wire this fan through right here. So underneath our Type-C plug that we plugged in is a chassis fan 2 header. We're going to hook up this cable right here, and boom, just like that, we've hooked up our 3 front fans and our single rear fan to the motherboard. And now we need to hook up the 3-pin ARGB lighting cable of our daisy chain system for all the fans. In here is where we hooked up our first one, remember? There's a second 3-pin ARGB input right here. So now we're gonna get our 3-pin ARGB and we're gonna wire it to the front, and we need to line up the arrow with the 5V, and the 5V pin is on the bottom. As you can see right here, it only goes in one way. Where there is no pin on the motherboard, there should also not be a pin on the plug. That's another way to tell if you're doing it right or wrong. So we're gonna line up the arrow with the 5V, and done, we did it. Should look like that. And now I'm gonna be installing our Creator ARGB strip kit into our build. You can pick these up on Amazon. I'll link them in the video description. If you pick these up, you're supporting me and the channel directly, and for that, I thank you a lot, guys. And a 5-star review helps out so much. It comes with a little sticker. But as you can see, these 2 strips, they're black, and it doesn't match white builds that well versus if the strip was all white. We talked about this in the last build guide. I don't offer the strips in white yet, but I know there's a demand for that, so I'll definitely be making that happen. That is coming soon. But I am going to be installing white ARGB strips into our case, although I don't offer them yet. And the way these strips connect is you connect the strips together, and again, a daisy chain system. And then you guessed it, it's gonna plug into your motherboard with the same 3-pin ARGB connector that we've been using for the lighting of all the fans. Okay guys, so we're gonna cut to the strips already installed into here. Before and the after. You can barely even tell they're here because they're white, matches and blends in good. One on the bottom, one on the side, extra splash of light. Before we move on to the next step, I wanna reinstall the top cover of the case already because we're done with that. And now it is time to install our graphics card. This is the GeForce RTX 5070 Ti by the brand Colorful. I honestly don't even know if you can buy this version of the 5070 Ti in the United States. Anyways, Colorful sent this over to me. Anyways, this one right here is a white 3-fan, pink, and white colorway. And the Funko Pop we're gonna be using is a black and white Spider-Man 2 Funko. All right, guys, time to open this guy. Here we go. And it's really sick because it has graffiti style font on it. Ultra right here and graffiti writing in pink. That looks super sick. I'm gonna go ahead and show all the barcode information as well, in case you guys wanna like search this up even more. But I will post the links that I find online of this version of the 5070 Ti by Colorful. And whoever was responsible for sending this card over to me, I am really grateful for that, okay? I appreciate it. This is the only 5070 Ti that I got sent out to me. Bro, that is sick. Look at the effect. It's like you just graffitied it on there, ultra with black spray paint. But here it is, the Colorful brand iGame Ultra 5070 Ti. And I get to see how it's even more detailed. Look at this right here, guys. It actually has a pattern, you can touch it. Ooh, this one has nice build quality, man. All right, so backplate's metal. First of all, very unique, right? With the ultra graffiti and the pink colorway. There's a lot going on right here. And then iGame Ultra. Let me see. Let's keep rotating to the side now. We're gonna remove the plastic protector. Look at the nice little reflections. Looks really sick, man. This is a unique looking card. And the side, the 3 fans, take this off. This card would have been sick in the Dark Magician, most powerful $1,000 PC build guide you can do that just went live like a week ago. Check that out if your budget's $1,000. I really recommend building that one. That card would have looked sick in there. It would have matched so much. Anyways, guys, that was awesome. Thank you again, whoever was responsible, right? Really appreciate you guys sending me over this card early. Thank you. Okay, so before we install this card, this is the adapter, right? We're not gonna be using it. So instead of that ugly adapter spaghetti mess, you just have the 16-pin cable plugging in right to your card, and then that's it. And they offer this cable in black and in all white colorways and other colorways as well. But we're just going with the black and white cables for this build. First, we're gonna wanna make room for our card by removing the 2nd and 3rd brackets on the back of our case. So we're just gonna unscrew this with a regular screwdriver, and we remove the 2nd and 3rd brackets. So remove the protector from your card. What is this though? Ooh, what? I didn't even see this. We totally glanced over this. It has a button right here. One is normal and then turbo. I don't know exactly what that is. I don't know if this changes the fan speed or what it does, but we'll figure that out later. All right, so when installing our card, whatever 5070 Ti you end up going with, it's the same process. You're gonna get this lever and you're gonna push it all the way back. And then we're going to line up our card head on straight with the PCI slot. Make sure it lines up good. And once you get it into there, just like RAM sticks, right? Then you just push down and have it going all the way. And that lever is gonna clip back up and your card is gonna sit in there nicely, ready to be secured with the screws. I'm gonna turn this over here and we're gonna secure it with the 2 screws. By the way, I didn't mention this about the CORSAIR 4000 DRS. This plate back here where the graphics card mounts, it lets you flip it and mount your graphics card like this, standing up so you can see the 3 fans. So once it's in there, then the final step is to simply plug in your juice. So make sure you line the cable up right, the 16-pin cable, and you plug it in all the way. This is very important or you're gonna have problems. Plug it in all the way. And now I'm just gonna comb this cable a little bit. And that is it. We are done. If you were following along, congratulations on your first build, man. We're definitely gonna be gaming at 1440p here today on a 360 hertz monitor. So a 1440p high refresh rate beast is what we just built here today together. Oh, wait. We almost forgot. The awesome feature this Corsair case has, the GPU support. How do we lift this thing up? Do we just pull it up? Oh yeah, we do. Okay, we just pull it up. Wow, talk about a perfect fit, man. Because I was worried that that thing was gonna touch the fans. You definitely don't want that GPU support to be on the fans, right? Because then it's gonna stop the fans from spinning right here. But it doesn't. Totally perfect. And then to tighten the GPU support, you gotta then screw it. You screw this and then it won't fall down anymore. So let's do that with a long normal screwdriver. Just gonna screw it. Yep, that's what tightens it and secures the GPU support. And then look at this now, guys. Like, first of all, take a look at how clean that GPU support is. Literally perfect fit, not on the fan. Perfect, awesome. Okay, time lapse.
Lost in thought, I'm tripping. Oh, I'm wishing I was feeling different. Looking for a reason why this feeling keeps on coming.
All right, guys, first boot up time. Total price of this system up on the screen right now. Make sure you flip your power supply on and bam.
Looking for clues to see the truth, but it was just deceiving. Tell me why it has to mess my night up.
Look at that card. Oh, that looks freaking sick, man. The performance is gonna be amazing. All our components are gonna be nice and cool. I mean, just look at how much airflow our build is gonna have. Anyways, guys, if you guys are following along and this is your first build, congratulations, man. This is a 1440p beast. We're gonna be playing on a 1440p monitor that's 360 hertz. That's what I would recommend for this build here today. But this build can also game at 4K, of course. All my gear that I'm gonna be using to test this build against 25 games right now coming up is linked in the video description. And again, just thank you for all your guys' support, guys. Thanks for watching this video till the end. The last build guide performed really well. Thank you. Let's frag it up, click some heads. We're gonna have a lot of fun on this build. Can't wait. But first,
Hey, listen up and listen up good. You're not ready to go just yet. You need to install Windows. Windows can be a pretty price, but not anymore. Thanks to FragItUp.shop, you'll be fragging it up in no time. Pick up Windows 11 Pro with an OEM activation key for only 25 bucks. Shipping from the US of A. Go pick it up right now at FragItUp.shop. That's an order, soldier! Now you will need to watch this video. Here you will learn how to install Windows and all drivers for your new rig, plus some other important tips as well. The video will be linked in the description. What are you waiting for? Get back out there, soldier! Warzone
1440p res on a 360 hertz monitor. Here are the quality settings. Nvidia DLSS set to quality. The rest of the settings and our view set to the max 120. Let's do it. Oh my god! Thought we were friends! The fuck? Hey, get away from me! I don't know, we're teams. Let's make it teams. I'm following you though, and I need a shield, by the way. Let's go over here. Over here.
Enemy.
Hey, gas mask fires. If we stay together and double team, we can't lose. ¿Cómo se sube arriba? Pa' acá. ¡Atrás! Hey, and always have cover. Hey, motherfucker! Hands up, motherfucker!
Oh, y'all are teaming. That's crazy. You got reported like 50 times.
Hey, rock, paper, scissors, okay? Alright, you tell me what you want on 3, okay? You gotta say rock, paper, scissors on 3, alright? 1, 2, 3, papel! No! Damn, see, man? That's betrayal right there, man. Yo, what's our average FPS? 258? Not bad. I want to do another one. Time to party. It's alright, man. I'm not gonna kill you. As long as you agree to be on my team, I won't kill you, man. Oh my god. Damn, bro. Oh! We're gonna call it a wrap right there. Average FPS 272. Performance was awesome. Games were awesome. Let's keep it moving.
Fortnite.
1440p res on performance mode with all this set to the max.
I hear footsteps. No shield. Nice. No shield. Nice. Deadpool hit 100.
Reloading.
Nice.
Oh, he's in.
Hit 70.
Oh, another one. I hit him for 26.
No shield. 29 white.
26 again. He knocked him. He's right there, bro. Right in front of us.
Oh, I missed. Oh, this isn't.
Oh, he's right in front of us.
Yup.
Oh my god, switch to the gun, you idiot.
Get the mythic thing. Get the mythic thing. I'm gonna take.
Fortnite performance, amazing. We're at the 300 FPSs.
There's only, wait, it's a 2v2.
Whoa.
From where? Come here. I have a big part I can give you. Dude, this guy loves bushes.
No!
I'm behind a tree.
All right, well, good game. Performance was amazing. Average FPS 300.
Battlefield 2042.
Native 1440p resolution. The medium graphic settings preset is on and reflex on enabled plus boost. Let's do it. Is he dead? There's one of them. Shot two. Pleasures. You're not even trying. It's as easy as that, guys. We won? Oh, we won! Oh my god! Wow! Dude, let's go! Average FPS 206.
Rainbow Six Siege.
1440p res, 90 FOV. Here are the graphics settings. Let's do it. Yeah! Wow, dude, look at that! Oh my! Oh yeah! It's all come down to this moment. One right there on ping. Good job! The average FPS is not very accurate for Siege. So you guys saw the FPS because it always goes so high during the pausing in the menu. So the average FPS is funky for Siege. Anyways, performance was great though. Native 1440p, next one.
Marvel Spider-Man.
1080p, on plus boost, DLSS frame generation, quality, and for graphic settings, very high.
You can still have one!
It's too late now. Stupid.
Heading downtown to help coordinate resources as now.
Coolest mom ever.
Oh, whoa, what's about to happen? What the heck, man? This game's crazy. Very epic game. Average FPS 224.
God of War Ragnarok.
Reflex on plus boost, frame gen on, DLSS is set to quality, ultra graphic settings preset.
Remember when I said there was someone who might help us get answers about the Giants and Loki?
Alright guys, average FPS 256.
The finals.
1440p, Nvidia DLSS set to quality. Here are the rest of the settings. We had our view distance to epic. Whoa! Oh, he's right here. There we go. Boom, double kill. And performance is amazing. 300 FPS, man. Freaking smooth as heck. Screw these guys for them. Dude, get away from me! Don't die on me, teammate! Losers. Get the hell out of here! This is our game, punks. Woohoo! Average FPS 265.
Apex Legends.
1440p res. Here are the rest of the settings. Nvidia Reflex on Enable plus Boost. Let's do it. Later. Jesus, bro. No way! Apex performance was maxed out pretty much. It was good. Average FPS 293.
Halo Infinite.
Made it 1440p res. Here are the rest of the settings. Medium graphics preset. Let's do it. It's over for you. Yeah. We could still win. I know we're down by over 20 kills. Did he kill the guy though? No, let's get him. Haha, sucker. Damn it, man. Average FPS 188.
Rust.
1440p res. Graphic settings set to medium. Reflex is an on plus boost. And this is all off. Let's do it. I shot him once, hit marker. Going to the right. He's dead. Oh, behind us, behind us. Behind us. Breaking too good. Behind us. Average FPS for Rust 114.
CRYSIS 3 Remastered.
1440p resolution, texture resolution very high. Let's do it. Damn, that didn't kill him. That was sick. That killed them. Now we're back outside. What? Another one. You're gonna die, dummy. Alright, we're gonna call it a wrap right there. Average FPS 300. 1440p. Nvidia DLSS sets to quality. Frame generation on. Reflex on plus boost. Graphics quality is set to the high preset. Getting a good amount of FPS. Oh shoot, dude, this guy's even bigger now. Die, boy, die. This game's using 20 gigs of RAM. All right, guys, average FPS 182. 1440p resolution. We have a mix of high, medium, and ultra settings. I don't know what game I just bought off the Steam store, but this is awesome! We're running the game maxed out at 1440p. Is this the enemy? Those look like friendlies to me. Oh crap, they're coming. We're done. That's a lot of guys. Ah! What the fudge? Cover my flank, you dummy! You just let him sneak up on me. What's wrong with you? Coming up the ladder! Get the fuck! This is not your home! Damn, this game looks massive.
That's what she said.
Oh, dog, what's up, dude? This game's peaceful as hell, man!
What the dog doing?
Oh! Oh! Woohoo! We won! Okay. We're rich! Okay, guys, this game's pretty good. Graphics are cool. Average FPS 220.
Valorant.
1440p resolution, on plus boost for Nvidia Reflex, and here's the graphics quality. Let's do it.
That you got three stage lyrics. I be banging to this mic is therapy and but the mother got swag, they not me. Godspeed, sweetie, living out my dreams. I don't need a genie. Pops did Madonna shows, music in my blood. It was destined for me. Way before I even seen a CD. Cross the wrong line, you gon' need a treaty. Peace.
What the fuck? What was that? Alright, let's try the op now.
Getting better, but they only get longer. Getting there is half the battle. Staying there is much harder. I've been flying out to islands so remote we must charter. Been a pro for 10 years, trying to go another 10. Going hard like Vince Carter. Leave something for my son.
Alright, Valorant performance was stupid good. 555 average FPS.
Counter-Strike 2.
1440p resolution. We have Nvidia Reflex on enabled plus boost. Here are the rest of the settings.
Bridges burned along the way and how we still run and still swim even though we underwater never hit the kill switch and overcome like everything.
Oh, hey, hold on. Finally. Oh. Ooh, 2 headshots right there. That was sexy. Got him.
Take some time, water flowers till they grow and split. Then take the seed, plant it back, and you control the ship. Navigating through the eye of the storm. Look through the lows, got me higher informed. Soldier soul, now you got buyers.
Oh, that guy almost killed us. No!
Suckers hit me with a tireless swarm. I've been down, but never finished. Been bound to higher limits. Walking past up in the thinnest. Almost lost myself within it. All the roads that end the quickest means you didn't take it farther. I gotta go harder. Piece of my departure.
One right behind me right now too, watch. Fudge, we didn't even place. The FPS was all over the place, but average FPS 280. I did notice that the FPS goes down every time we die and it's spawning us in. It makes the FPS go down. So I don't know how accurate that average FPS is.
Escape from Tarkov.
1440p, here are the rest of the settings.
I came through dripping like a phenom. I'm 715, kept it weapon on beat. Flow make biggie sound, my stack chicken like what's gon' be.
Jesus, didn't it shit? Oh, we won? All right, guys, average FPS 126.
CYBERPUNK 2077.
1440p res, reflex is on. We have it set to the transformer model, set to quality for the frame generation ×4, and everything else is set to high. Let's do it. Yeah, the graphics look really good. Damn! Yeah, this frame gen thing is crazy. What are these advertisements? Oh my god! Blur that! Oh my, it's not me, guys, it's the car. Never take me. Oh crap! No! Alright guys, average FPS 388. 1440p, 90 FOV. Here are our graphic settings. Let's do it. And what the? Man. We'll wrap it up right there for Stalker 2. Average FPS 156. 1440p resolution. Nvidia DLSS set to ultra quality. Frame generation is on. Here are the rest of the settings. Let's do it.
Judge, jury, executioner. Boy, if you don't get executioner.
Boy. We got 25 kills. Yo. Average FPS 289. 1440p resolution. Here are the rest of the settings. Oh crap, no! I got shot.
You should have bandages, you hold F over it. It should be sick.
I don't have bandages. I don't have anything.
I only got that one.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's right! Get in the house, get in the house! Did we kill him? UNT? Holy crap, these guys are dead. There's a naked guy behind you.
Nope.
Oh my god, he did it! He's dead! Ah! Oh no! I just hear them screaming after I die. No! Oh, this game is great. Average FPS 92. And that's a wrap, guys. Thanks for coming along and chilling with me for the RTX 5070 Ti build. What you guys think of this guy's performance? It was pretty good at 1440p. If you get it at a good price, it's pretty damn good. I had a blast clicking heads. I'll catch you guys in the next build guide, the RX 7800 XT. That build is gonna be awesome. And the most powerful $900 PC build guide, that's gonna drop any day now. Stay tuned for that. Anyways, guys, turn on bell notifications to be alerted for when those guides drop. All parts for this build are linked in the video description. Support your boy, create RGB strips. Anyways, guys, stay chill, homies. Peace.